lot of people thought that Murray State would not only compete in the OVC, but probably win the OVC, and then maybe win a few games in the FCS playoffs. So the expectation was fairly high going in, and they fell a little short.
In terms of the season, probably a little disappointing because I know Casey wanted to end in the FCS playoffs, and that didn't happen.
I think Murray State gets the win, and hopefully Casey puts up big numbers, and so do the rest of the seniors. We can send them out the right way, and we can finish, 5 and 6. We wanted more, but like you said, a lot of heartbreakers before the EKU game. You dropped 3 OVC games by a total of 11 points. So you had a chance to maybe still win an OVC title. It just didn't work out.
It's the last game people can come watch this season. You got hometown legend Casey Brockman suiting up for the last time, and boy, he sure has meant a lot to this program, as well as all the other players, but it's a little more special when you think of a hometown guy out there playing his last game at Roy Stewart Stadium.
Remarkable story. Comes here as a walk-on, and really his freshman year consisted of 4 games, I think, at the end of the season. That's just amazing.
My son went to Calloway and came home from a game, I don't remember which year, and was telling me about the game. I said, well, who's the quarterback? And he said, Casey Brockman. I said, Casey Brockman is their quarterback? And I'm thinking, I remember the little redheaded kid, doing the little chicken wing out on the field. That's who I thought the quarterback was. And it turned out, I went to see a game in a couple of weeks, and I'm like, my gosh, he's really good.
So I remember the first game of the year, his junior year, when it was going to become apparent that he was going to be the starter, and he was the starter. And he was throwing it all over the yard and hitting guys. And he hit 6 or 7 passes in a row with 2 minutes left to take the team downfield to beat their arch rival at their field. And that's when I went, he could be pretty good.
Has the ball, looks, left side, ball gets caught for the touchdown. To the left, Brockman 2-step drop, now rolls to the right, throws, has his man Brockman into the end zone for the touchdown. 3 touchdowns already. Brockman rolls to his right, throws the deep ball, and it is caught at the 30, 20, 15, 10, touchdown, 1 play, and the Rangers go boom.
In talking about the 2012 season, really probably the word that comes to the top the most is disappointing. Unfulfilled expectations, and I don't mean just from Casey, but I'm sure from the whole team. They expected to do better than they did.
It was disappointing in the long run, but nobody gave up on the season and nobody quit, even though, I think with 4 games left, we didn't have a chance to make the playoffs, and everybody knew that. But it was disappointing, but at the same time, everybody, I wouldn't trade anything to happen this year for anything.
Record-setting All-American quarterback number 12, Casey Brockman.
Oh my goodness, senior day is just full of emotions for parents, for every player.
I guess you kind of are ready for it to get there, ready for it to get there, and then whenever senior day finally came, I think everybody was kind of realized, oh, this is it, this is the end of the road. And the Sunday and the Tuesday practice and the Wednesday, every time we'd get done with, oh man, we're done with Sunday practice, we're done with Tuesday practice forever. And I think a lot of our seniors kind of were saying that as a joke and try to make light of the situation, when in the back of all of our minds we were kind of sad that it was over. And then when senior day came around, everybody, it was pretty emotional, just from the fact that that was the last time you're ever going to suit up, last time you're ever going to have a pregame meal.
I think my wife started crying about a week before the game actually started.
Going into the SEMO game, there wasn't a whole lot to play for. Murray State wasn't going to get an at-large bid. They weren't going to win the OVC, but the only thing to play for was to send the seniors out right, to not let them go out with a loss.
Racers working quickly now, 3rd and 2, ball on the 7.
I think got to 3rd and goal it was, and we had a smash combination, which, you know, if anybody plays football, it's a corner routes on the inside guys and then a hitch route on the outside. And they were giving us so much room in the middle of the field down there close to the goal line, and the linebackers were playing pretty much on the goal line, and the safeties were playing outside of our slot guys, so I knew the corner wasn't going to be able to be there. So I checked our slot guy to the left, Javante Trotter. I checked him to run a post, and he just ran a good route, got over top of the linebackers, and I just, you know, had to just make sure I put enough air on it that where the linebackers couldn't get it, and he made a good catch.
Brockman calling, takes a snap, looks over the middle of the end zone, touchdown! KC Brockman to Javante Trotter for a 7-yard touchdown throw.
One of those where it looked as if the Racers were going to have their way with Southeast Missouri. They score early and often. Southeast Missouri only able to put in on a couple of field goals. It also highlighted the special teams improvement that I think the Racers have made under Coach Hatcher. I think he'll admit the first year he was here, they may have been the worst, if not one of the worst in the nation. They were maybe the worst, but they were one of the best this year. Walter Powell getting a 100-yard punt return.
Pulls up lane. Walter Powell's going to take it in for a touchdown. No flags on the play ball. Great job. Again, they're going to eventually quit kicking to him.
And this time they bumped, I think, 2 guys out there, and it was like a 4-man box, and so we had 5 guys to block 4, and I usually follow our center, Harris Biven, and he kicked out to the left and made a good block on his linebacker, and there was really nobody left until I got to the end zone. So
Brockman takes a snap. He's going to call his own number up the middle. He's got running room, and in for the touchdown. KC Brockman.
we kind of got rolling a little bit, and it was hard for them to keep up because they're more built to stop, you know, big run teams, and because they got a lot of big guys, you know, big linebackers and things like that. So it was hard for them to keep up with our speed, and I think that kind of wore them down a little bit there in the third quarter, and it helped us get in a little bit more of a groove.
Brockman looking downfield, pump, looking again, plenty of time, has to scramble now. Receiver open in the end zone, touchdown, Racers, Walter Powell.
And then the reason they're not in the playoffs reared its ugly head when we saw the defense have breakdowns, and it led to one touchdown after another, and finally, you know, you have a tie games.
And you're going, oh my goodness, you don't want to lose this on senior day.
When SEMO scored and it was 35-35, you start thinking, we're just one more mistake away on offense from potentially losing this game and falling to 4-7 on the season. And then these seniors who have helped build this program up to where it is walk off the field with a loss and only 4 wins in the season. It's like, this can't happen.
Delbach has it teed up.
Because on the sidelines, and I was down there taking pictures, a couple of people came over and said, trick play, gonna do a trick play, gonna do a throwback.
It was a fake, and it was supposed to be like a fake reverse throwback of some sort. It was something crazy that we've been practicing for a few weeks.
The play was supposed to be, he was supposed to catch it deep, and they were going to have a throwback play. But that didn't happen.
His kick is up in the air, it's short.
Dwayne Brady, who was supposed to do like the throwback fake or something, I don't know, whatever it is, he just ran right up the middle, and there was nobody that was even in the middle of the field.
30 to 35, he's got some running room across the 35, the 50, and the 40, the 30, he's down to the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown! Dwayne Brady.
When you saw Dwayne Brady take off after the kickoff, and you saw nothing but green grass ahead of him, you knew that Murray State had probably just put this game away.
It's pretty nice, the fact that, you know, that your last play is going to be where you take a knee. That means, you know, you obviously won the games.
Watching him walk off the field for the last time was bittersweet, but I think we'd kind of come to that. We'd already gotten through all the emotions.
You've been doing it since you were, 8 or 9 years old, and then now you'll never put, shoulder pads on again, and never step out on the field that you've been playing for the last 4 years, playing in front of the home crowd that you've played in front of for the last 4 years. And it was kind of, it was pretty sad and pretty emotional. I'll always remember the last time I ran off the field.
Watching Casey set records has been pretty neat for our family.
It's amazing that you can put up the kind of numbers that Casey did, be the leader he was for 4 years.
does have Bronner open in the end zone. Goal from the 2. Brockman wants to throw on 3rd and short. He runs it up the middle and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
You know, seeing where he came from and what he's turned into, I'm really proud of him. And you know, it's just, you never want it to end, but he's left a pretty good legacy, I think, here at Murray State.
I think he's had an unbelievable career. It's been fun to watch him over the years. Just developed and turned into a great player, great leader. I think he's great for the community, and overall, he's just done a wonderful job at Murray.
We've had 7 years in a row of being football parents. We'll keep supporting this team as long as we live here.
He's broken most every record in the OVC, so just an unbelievable 4 years.
To Brockman, looks across the middle, pumps short, throws long, Watkins has it, in stride at the 30, still on his feet, shakes a tackle, 10, 5,